Alright guys, this video is kind of a response, maybe a better in detail on a couple things to Fred 306801. He was wishing that I showed better, or showed the retainer clips on the valves on a tecumseh engine. This is the engine that we did the valves on. This is an engine that I pulled the retainer clip off because the one over here was broke. One of the problems he said he was having was it was blowing a lot of oil out of this tube. Let me get zoomed in on it here. Blowing a lot of oil out of this tube. The breather. I guess he asked if it was a drain. It's not. It's not supposed to be a drain. It is only to bypass block pressure. PCV, positive crankcase ventilation. There's a couple things I'm going to show right here on this engine, and some get the camera moved away where you can get a better look. This valve, that's the plug, or the vent that goes in here. That valve being plugged up or anything will not cause it to blow oil. I took this one apart. It goes as such. All it is, you can see it, it looks like a little reed valve. What I wanted to show, if it's blowing oil out of here, most likely it is over full of oil. You also there's a couple different kinds of these cases. That's a side cover for the engine. Trying to get them where you can see them there. There's a couple of different styles, and the most common problem is one has an extension for the oil right here, right? Some do not. The most common problem, somebody will lose an oil check, or it'll break, or whatever. They'll find one, not thinking about it, they will actually fit from one to the other. Okay. This check is for this engine without the extension. hope you can see that. I'll get it turned. Turn this over to where I can see what y'all are seeing. Okay, the oil level on the one without them is right here. There's your full. It's right there. See how far that is away from the crankshaft? Alright. If you pull this one out, and put it in one with the extension, now the oil level has went from here to way up here. Now
we'll be back.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright,
Do you need any cigarettes or anything?
I don't have any.
Well, I got enough money to buy you X cigarettes.
Yeah.
You need some cigarettes?
Yeah.
Yeah, go get some cigarettes when you come back.
Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's your most common problem. I've seen that a lot. They will start to blow a whole lot of oil. I'm not saying that's your case here, but anyway. This, I can find what I did with it. I just had it. Well, it seems that and y'all probably seen where I laid it too, and you're laughing, you're probably looking at it. Oh, here it is. That is the differences in the check stick. This is for one with an extension. This is one without it. Make sure you got the right stick in. You're not overfilling it with oil. There's really only two things that'll make them blow a lot of oil. I'm gonna redo the camera. Alright. You see this little hole right here? The rotation of the engine, the way it turns. I don't want to turn this engine too fast because it does have spark, even though it's taken apart. The rotation of the engine, the way it, I got too much crap in the way. If you can see it, rotation, yeah, the rotation of the engine is throwing the oil up towards this. It is filling this compartment full of oil. Okay, on your downstroke of the piston, when it goes down, it pushes pressure into the crankcase, which comes out of here and vents. That's where your oil is blowing out of it. Be sure and check that first. He had left me a comment saying he had cleaned that, didn't make any difference, and he was going to do a valve job next to try to stop it. Well, the valve job will not make it blow oil out of here. No way possible. Other than that, your rings is shot on the piston, and you're just getting so much pressure, even on the upstroke on the compression. You're getting so much pressure to build up in here, it's just blowing so hard into the crankcase that it's blowing out of here. That wouldn't cause it to blow as much oil as if it's over full, like I was saying. You say it blows like a half a quart or something like that every 5 minutes. Yeah, that's bad. But that is not caused from the valves. Okay, now we're going to see if we can get it aimed correctly here. And I'm going to show you how to get that retainer off of the spring. If I can get enough light in here. It's pretty simple. I'm not going to say simple. Some people do have trouble with them. Now that I'm trying to show somebody how to do it, I'll probably have trouble with them. Get the screen flipped over to where, again, I can see what everybody else sees. Alright. Right here. This engine doesn't have a cam or lifters in it, so no matter how much you turn it, the valves ain't gonna move. See? Anyway, if there was one in it, I got a lifter over here. This is actually one of the lifters out of the engine. It slung a rod and it knocked a chunk out of the lifter and broke the camshaft. This is your lifter. Alright, let's see if we can find a cam to stick in it. I'm just gonna put one. Sorry if this is boring a lot of people. I'm in my own way. There. Now with a cam in it, see how it lifts on it. Okay, you want that lifter all the way down. What am I knocking on? All the way down. Get a couple of screwdrivers. They have a tool for this. This is for people doing it without a tool. Now I gotta see if I can get in here with the limited room. Alright, in this retainer, there's a split in it. If you look down in here after you clean all the oil out of here, you'll be able to see it. You get a screwdriver on each side. Always put one right in front where the or well, it ain't not necessarily right in front, but wherever the split in this is. Oops. Trying to get one hand free. I'm doing both of these with one hand. Push, hold your valve down. You can lift that up. Oh. Once you get it lifted up, you hold it with one and you push that over. Push this retainer over to where the opening is in here. And you let it down. That releases your valve. Get it. You can see the valve. That then releases your valve. I'll pull all of this out of here and I'll show you better how it works. Okay. Let's get it zoomed out again. This is the valve I pulled out. This is the spring assembly and retainer. This is a little washer that goes on the upper side of the block, like so. Alright, your valve goes through all of that. Okay, the retainer. This is what your retainer looks like. It's got an oval shaped hole in it. One side, this side down here has a little notch around it. Right there. Your valve goes through here and it just simply slides over and catches like that. And then your spring and all that sets down on top of it. When you take them out, you want to push this up. If you push up too far, it'll jam. So your valve is shaped like a cone, sorta, right in here. You want to just push it up and then slide it over. Okay, I'm looking in the camera, not at it. And it'll slide out to put them back. You want to put, get the camera zoomed back in. With your lifter down, you want to put this little washer here. Okay, you want it all together, just like so. This is your retainer. You want to slide it in. Got both hands full. And you will have to lift that retainer to get it over the top of the lifter in there. And you get it centered in like so. And you put your valve in. Once you get it the hole straight up there. Right. On the widest hole on the retainer, you want that setting right over the lifter. When that sets right over the lifter, push your valve through it, lift your spring up. Always put the opening straight back, all the way facing backwards. So when you get it in there, if you lift it up, all you've got to do is push over. The camera's in the way. Push over on the retainer. If I do have it to the back and not to the side, yeah, push over on it, let it down. The valve is then back in. That is all there is to it. Any more questions? Leave a comment, ask a question, rate, subscribe to follow me. Briggs & Stratton is about the same way. Everybody thinks it's something special to do a valve job on a Briggs & Stratton. They show it versus a tecumseh. They got the same retainers. I mean, it's a Briggs & Stratton retainer, but they're shaped the same. They go in and out the same. But yeah, that's that. Rate, comment, subscribe to follow me. Both of them is the same way. It don't matter if it's the intake or the exhaust. They're both the same.